Good afternoon, everybody. I thought I'd switch it up a little bit today and play in a pot limit Omaha tournament. This is a free roll at America's Card Room, ACR. I got to quit saying America's Card Room. They go by ACR now. In any case, there was about 1,600 players in this tournament. We're in the money, and we're down to 162 players. I'm currently in 56th. I don't know how much longer I'll last, but uh, I've never won an Omaha tournament. I like the game, I just don't play it very often, and so consequently, I'm just happy to get in the money. And this is for peanuts. I have an ace high here. I have a straight draw, but it would be an inside straight draw, and there's Omaha is a strange game to me. I mean, you got four cards, and there's a lot of possibilities, especially if it's a high-low Omaha. This is a straight high hand wins, and anybody that bets pre-flop like this guy, I consider him to be a lame raiser because nobody knows what the flop's going to be, and uh, you can have a pair of aces and a pair of kings and just get wiped out on the flop. So anyway, I went in with a pair of jacks. I'm sitting with a pair of jacks. This got raised. I have to presume he's got an ace or something like that. So um, I'm gonna just fold. But in Omaha, it's actually in any poker game, but especially Omaha, it you really have to know what the value of the hands are. You've got a royal flush, straight flush, four of a kind, um, right on down to a pair. And as long as there's no pair on the board, nobody can have anything better than a straight or a flush. And of course, it all changes. You have the flop where there's three cards, but that really doesn't tell you anything. What really matters is the fourth and fifth cards. Now, I've got a pair of deuces, which is nothing, but anytime you see a pair on the board, there's no sense in chasing a flush or a straight because somebody's liable to have a full house or four of a kind. And so the thing about Omaha is not making big mistakes, like getting sucked into. Well, this guy, flopped three queens. Um, but anyway, I've had four of a kind a couple times today. Unfortunately, the pots weren't very big, and not, I've got a pair of threes and a 2-3 with a 9. Right now, the best I could get would be a 4 to give me a flush or a straight, but I would be at the low end of the straight. I called because obviously I'm looking for a full house involving my threes, but I have nothing here to call on. The best hand I could get a straight, and there's a possible flush on board here. So like I say, the key to playing Omaha is to get out before the pot gets big. This is pot limited, and the bigger the pot gets, the more it's going to cost you, or it could cost you. And if you get sucked in, and you think you might have a winner, chances are you're not going to have a winner. And before you know it, you've got all your chips in the pot. So now I flopped 3 10s. And three tens is not a winning hand in this game. So I'm going to check. Uh, Now there's a possible straight. Um, so, like I say, if I would have bet my three tens, right away I'm behind. And I'm going to call. Fortunately, it's only a small bet. But now there's a potential flush out there. And now I've got the straight, but there's a possible flush. So everybody check. I think I've got this. Oh, no. Well, there's one more player. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize that he was in, but he's probably got the flush. Yeah, sure he does. The 2-6, and I made a mistake there by calling. I should have just folded, but you never know. Most of the really poor players are out of this tournament. We're down to 68 players now, and all of these people really know how to play this game. But now here, this guy's raising, and I've made notes on him before. He's a pre-flop raiser, and I've got some decent cards here. I can, well, I didn't get any, but it was worth it for me to call, even though he raised. But I caution everybody against raising before the flop in this game. It just, the turn can turn your hand into nothing and create a winning hand for somebody else, and that goes for every card on the board. I don't know what this guy's raising on. He might have three jacks, but I'm going to fold. And three jacks is not a winning hand here. I guarantee three jacks will not win this hand. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I seriously doubt that three of a kind is going to win this. Now there's a possible straight on there. And now there's a possible flush. So, every card changes the dynamics of this game. And, the hand that's ahead on the flop or before the flop is liable to get turned upside down by the turn in the river cards. So right now, the best hand is a diamond flush. Obviously, the ace high would be the best hand. And I believe this, this is the guy that started out raising with this thing. And yeah, king high flush one. Okay, now I have an ace deuce. This would be a great hand for Omaha low. But even then, ace 2, 3, 4 would be the perfect hole cards in high low Omaha. But every time I'm dealt that, three cards, three high cards flop. Anyway, this guy, like I say, I made a note of him. He likes to raise before the flop. He's down to 1.5 big blinds. I'm going to call. This is probably going to be his last hand, and I'll be glad to get rid of him. Anyway, now I've got three of a kind deuces. I'm just going to check. With the queen 10 up there, there's liable to be likely to be a straight draw. Somebody's got a straight draw. I have a backdoor flush draw. And okay, now this guy's gone all in. Okay, he's out of here. And now I still have my three deuces, and I'm going to check to this guy. And I think my three deuces are still good, but I'm just going to check. So anyway, this, whether you're playing Hold'em poker or Omaha, you know, it's a 7 or a 9 card game, and it isn't over until all the cards in the middle are turned up. There's 3 spades. I have 1. That's no good. You have to play at least 2 of your hole cards in this game. A lot of people get confused by that, and unfortunately, some of them bet with it. Now I've got a pair of jacks. The best hand I can get is a straight. Um, like I say, there's a flush out there, and now I've got. I mean, there was a flush out there before. This 10 really didn't change anything. It gave me 2 pair. I might have a chance at this pot, but I kind of doubt it. That 10 fits right in there in straight territory. Now this guy's a lame razor, but I have to believe he's got something better than 2 pair, so I'm going to fold. I've got all these other players behind me. Even though this is what they call pot limit, you can get some humongous pots in pot limit Omaha, especially if people start raising. Now here's another one. He's going all in before the flop. Now, I have an ace deuce 5 of clubs. I'm going to call and see the flop. Now the best I got is a pair of 5s. A 6 would give me a straight. I need a couple clubs. Now I have 2 pair of 5s and 2s. Now this guy, what's it? Is he? Um, what am I going to do with him? I believe he's got 3 of a kind. I have 2 pair of 5s and deuces. I'm just going to fold. Yeah, he had 3 deuces, and the 9. I don't believe the 9 would have helped me any. But that's another example. This guy, he raised at the turn after 4 cards were up with 3 of a kind, and with a potential straight and flush coming on the river. That's how you get knocked out of these games. Now, I see he's sitting out. I don't know. Wait a minute. He's sitting out because he got. I don't know who won that hand. 2 pair won the hand, queens and 6s, and this guy. Yeah, I didn't realize that, but yeah. Anyway, I'm talking and not really paying attention here. Now, I've got an open end straight, and I'm just going to call. Oh boy, now there's a flush. There's a possible flush out there. Now I can't call. Now there's my straight. Now nobody bet the flush. I have to. Well, I could. Yeah, there's a possible higher straight out there, but I'm going to call. Oh, okay. Well, he had the flush, so, and he was laying in the weeds. I'm gonna. Okay, this is probably gonna be my last hand. This will be a short video, 14 minutes. I have a 10, 8, 7 deuce. The 10, 7 are suited, the 2, 8 are suited. And with any luck, I'll flop a full house. No, I flopped a 4 flush. And with a possible straight. Now I've got a flush. Now I'm going to fall into the category of lame raisers and raise my flush. I recommend not doing this, but I mean, this is either my last hand or I'm going to win it. And so right now I have to believe my flush is good, but there's the higher flush. This guy was sitting out, and he was all in on that apparently. So anyway, I'm still alive. There's 111 players left. I'm in 97th. Oh, this guy's raised. Okay, I'm gonna go all in with this guy. Make a note. Okay, well there's the bubble. Right now I don't have much. I need big help, and I'm not gonna get it. I've got a pair of 5s with now I've got a flush, so maybe I'll back into this one. Yeah, what do you know? I backed into it. All right, I'm still alive. I'm really trying to get out of this game. Let's see what. Open up the lobby here. I've got what I'd call a good hand, but that isn't a good flop for me. Yeah, the players that are getting knocked out of this tournament right now are getting a dime. So anyway, I've got a pair of jacks. Right now might be good. Now a jack high straight would be the nuts. I have a pair of jacks. And yeah, 2 pair wins. Anyway, getting back to this pot limit Omaha, I generally call almost everything, unless somebody raises. And, simply because of the fact you don't know what's coming on the flop, you can flop, 4 of a kind. You can flop a full house, and that means with anything that you've got in your hand. Any pair that you have in your hand means you can get 4 of a kind. Now, I can't call this. I have to believe that somebody has a full house here. And Squeezy Rumple, he's from the United States, he took that one down. Okay, well, the price of dropping out is going up. Yeah, we're down to 100 players now. Well, now there's a good flop that's going to make me drop off. But here too, this guy's raising. He might have 3 aces, he might have 3 10s, but now all of a sudden the river card, it just gives somebody a straight. And now this guy's going all in. He's betting his 4 flush. And this guy ended up with a full house. So, anyway, like, hey, this is a crazy game where, just uh, the side of the pot can not overwhelm anybody and knock them out. I've got a pair of nines. The best thing I can get is not to be a nine. Um, a nine would give me a full house, and I'll give it a call. Uh, okay, I've got two pair. And I'm gonna fold. I have to believe this guy's gonna really keep have four aces. Yeah, look at that. He had four aces. Uh, I thought for a minute to call, but the odds of my two pair being any good were just slim and none. Um, but even though he was dealt a pair of aces, I don't recall, but I don't think he raised. See, so he's a seasoned player, and now I've lost a pair of sevens. And I'm going to get out of this one. I'm just fighting for a few extra pennies here, and seeing if I can't make a few more points about playing Omaha to you folks that are watching at home. Yeah, I mentioned buying crypto to deposit and take out of the ACR bank account. I started with about $150 in my account. I bought the crypto through PayPal, and I won a $500 tournament the other day, and so I took my $150 investment out. I had still had over. Well, actually, then I won another small tournament for about $60. But I had this morning. I had over 500 in my ACR bank account, and I took out 200 to and transferred it to my PayPal account. It took 7 minutes, and from my PayPal account, I could use a debit card, but there's no. I'd have to pay a ATM fee to use a debit card, so I used a free transfer option to my bank account. So that money came from the America's Card Room to the Litecoin to my PayPal account to the Litecoin cash place. The cash was back in my PayPal account. Now the cash is in my bank, and the world goes round and round and round. I tell you, there's a lot of money flying around through the air these days. I've heard that expression before, and I'm going to have to fold here. And I guess it didn't really dawn on me. I mean, I know there's a lot of credit card transactions that have been taking place online, but now all of a sudden, with the advent of crypto, I think more and more transactions are being handled online, and many of them are being done with crypto. I'm not a investment advisor, um, and I'm not exactly an amateur poker player, but I wouldn't call myself a pro. Actually, at this point, I guess I am. But anyway, I'm going to stop this video at 30 minutes unless I get knocked out before that. Okay, this is another good thing. Gold Dog is betting. What the heck is he betting on? He got 3/8. Is he betting a four flush? Well, if he had three aces is better than that. And so anyway, these guys are going at it. Okay, this guy had three sixes. Um, this guy had eights full of aces. I mean, you know, you don't know until the last card is out, especially in Omaha. You know, if you think the river can change things in No Limit Hold'em, just watch a few of these pot limit Omaha games. Right now, I've got a two pair. There's a possible flush, a possible straight up there. What have I got? Jacks and eights, and I'm gonna fold. You know, I'm down to 10 big blinds, and King James over here. Yeah, he had the straight, but that was a risky bet with a straight. You know, with the if I had a chance at a flush, I may have called there and beat him. But anyway, now I've got a hand that I kind of like. I have a 6, 8, 10 of clubs and a pair of tens. There's a lot of possibilities. I could get a straight flush. Oh boy. Well, here's another pot limit. Okay, I'm gonna go all in. This is Lame Razor. Am I there for a straight or a possible flush? Yeah, okay, there's a pair of queens or kings. And well, kings and sevens wins. So anyway, I'm down the road, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to download the ACR software, it's free. You can play free rolls like this. You can parlay your winnings from a free roll into a $4 or $6 tournament and win thousands. I'm not saying it will happen, but it could happen, and you can't win unless you enter. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Laughlin 007 signing out.